Junkies!
All right, fellas, let's talk about Doc Strange. So let's get the Doctor Strange thing out of the way. The movie's opening tomorrow. Just like No Way Home, the theaters are selling out damn near everywhere. I was supposed to be lucky enough to go and see it tonight with my daughter with the Imagine hookup, but wouldn't you know it, she gets the notice like 5 minutes after I get home from work. It says, Dad, I can't take you because they said Disney won't allow +1s.
Yeah, because they want to make money.
Why does that not sound surprising?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to buy the ticket just like everybody else, and I had to scramble and find a ticket because damn near all the really good seating and good shows are all sold out. So I'm going to see it at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow. So Doctor Strange is getting a lot of hype. It debuted to like 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a little bit lower than I thought it was going to be.
84 and it dropped to 80.
Yeah, it was like 84 and then it dropped to 80, which was a lot lower than I thought it was going to be.
What's the sample size?
I think I don't remember. I have to look what the latest sample size
It's
is.
basically people that got to see it early, correct?
Sure.
The reviewers.
That's not enough.
Yeah.
It's just the reviewers. They always have the reviewer side and then the audience side.
I know.
So
I had heard a little bit that perhaps these reviewers were only able to see half the movie.
That
too.
doesn't make sense.
Well, because they wanted to prevent spoilers from getting out in the wild. That's what I was hearing. I don't know if that's true or not.
Strange.
Yeah,
Strange.
I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. But in any case, no, go ahead, please.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Just to answer GQ's question, right now it's sitting at 79% based on 177 reviews.
I chalked it up to people not smart enough to understand the movie.
But yeah, just to add really quick, one of the things I was hearing was that like even though it's still good press right now, obviously, but folks, they said some folks were kind of harping on it because it's got some horror elements in there, which
it's supposed to be horror.
Exactly.
Which is, as far as I'm concerned, is a plus. So
yeah, and I've seen some reviews out there. One from a good Facebook friend of mine, Don Shanahan, who said that the movie is full of Raimi-isms.
That's what he does, though.
Exactly.
But why is that a bad thing? Like, when has that ever been a bad thing?
Every freaking director puts their foot in their movies, and you know that's their movie.
Right.
All of them do that.
What's wrong with that? Like, I don't understand.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think like what it is that because you have certain directors that have their particular stamp, it gets annoying really fast. Like Michael Bay fans, everybody knows like the slow low panning thing, the lens flares, the American flag somewhere in there. We know that. And sometimes it gets a little annoying. You could kind of maybe argue the same thing for Tim Burton because he has his Burtonisms in his movies too. But you know, it sometimes it works really well. Other times it could be like, okay, we just know it's just Tim being Tim.
Yeah.
But Sam Raimi, like Sam has always had a particular flair in his movies to me that just always it always came off genuinely likable in a lot of ways. So it's just like in his case, like I mean, I haven't necessarily like had a movie of his that I didn't like that I have seen. I mean, I don't really harp too much on Spider-Man 3 because I know it's not all his fault, but you know, but he's always had like a distinct style that like a lot of people always like. So I don't even see how that's even an issue.
I don't know. What's up to constitutional lectures? Only time I have a problem with anybody's isms or doing their thing. Minority Games with 10 months in a row. Appreciate you.
Welcome, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
The only time I ever had a problem with it was Super 8 with J.J. Abrams doing lens flares in the desert at night.
I mean, you kind of got it bad with Star Trek too. Like,
I don't really care about Star Trek because you were at least in bright areas where that's a possibility.
Right.
A lens flare in the desert at night is stupid. But
because it was a camera thing, like you got the flare going off, and I don't mean camera thing as a camera choose because it's looking into camera.
Yeah. No, I get you.
I hate that. And you know, whenever I'm playing a video game and water touches my screen, I'm like, there is no camera. Don't put water on the screen. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. And I think the other thing, and this is what I would do if I was the owner of a large studio. I'd be like, look, y'all not getting any reviews. This movie's big enough to carry and walk on its own. You guys will see it when everybody else sees it. No review pressers, no early shows, none of that. This movie's big enough to be like, F y'all.
We don't need reviews, right?
Yeah. Though I agree with you, you do know when they do that, it's usually a sign that the movie sucks, right? So I wouldn't. Oh,
when they hold it to like the very last minute. Yeah,
It's usually a sign.
Dude, Endgame was like, F y'all. All y'all going to see it at the same time as everybody else because they already knew this movie's big enough.
Yeah, because it's like after Infinity War, like they knew Endgame was just going to be like that deal regardless. So it was like, you know what? Same release date for everybody.
Right.
So, and they easily could have done it for this one, but
the MCU is big enough. It's more than big enough to do that. They don't need help from the reviewers or anything.
And they're starting not to care about a lot of stuff too now because you hear about they're trying to certain countries in the Middle East are trying to get them to edit stuff because of certain situations.
China wanted them to edit out the Statue of Liberty from No Way Home. Like, are you kidding me, bro?
Bye, sorry.
Like, you want to pretend you want your citizens to not even recognize America, like one of the most American things of America, the Statue of Liberty. What is that? Yes. You want them to replace it with what? The Great Wall of China?
That was the climax of the film.
Right.
We're not fighting on the Statue of Liberty. We're fighting
on the Great Wall of China. Like what?
Right. And now if we more than likely may have some Asian viewers watching or whatever. Let's just get something clear. We're talking about the Chinese government, not its citizens. Okay.
Oh, okay, absolutely not.
Sensitive.
No, absolutely not. So the other thing I was hearing about Doctor Strange is that it's really convoluted. It's kind of messy, which could be a good and bad thing. We'll just have to see. But what do we hope? Like, what do you want more clarification of out of this movie? Like story elements, the story threads that have been hanging loose in the MCU so far. What do you guys kind of want to see get resolved in this film?
Just the multiverse thing. Disney bought Fox. Fox had certain Marvel characters, and now they're all under one umbrella. And this movie seems like they're trying to do something because not a spoiler. We haven't seen the movie. We all know Patrick Stewart's in the movie.
Speaking of that, in the TV spot, did you see what I saw?
I did not watch the TV spot.
Okay, so
I did not. I didn't either.
I caught a glimpse. If you don't want me to say it, I won't say it.
Don't say it.
Okay, I won't. say it. Okay, I won't say it.
But just with saying that. We know that he's in there. He's part of the Foxiverse or whatever the heck you want to call it, and they're trying to merge it in together. I just want some goddamn cohesion with that because I thought Loki could have did something with that. It could have started the ease into it, but they didn't.
Sure.
I think that's because all of those got jumbled up with the pandemic, like their releases and all that. So they were like, okay, pull this out. We haven't touched on this yet. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what happened with a lot of those.
Okay.
Preem said, going back to the director's thing, his only issue was Zack Snyder's excessive use of slow motion.
Like, dude, that was so bad. The whole Snyder Cut thing. That was just.
Snyder Cut was entertaining.
No, it was entertaining, but damn.
Go ahead, Fallen.
That shit was spiked. Like the thing is, if you know what is what with when it comes to them between him and Warner Brothers or whatever, like all that extra slow mo in that movie was spiked. Warner Brothers. I don't care what no one
to purposely stretch out the film to be 4+ hours. Come on.
And again, he put that whole serenade to Aquaman swimming away.
That would never not be funny, by the way.
Absolutely. Some motive towards actually stretching the movie to 4 hours.
Yeah, like that was a concerted effort.
He was like, look, Gone with the Wind used to be the longest movie.
Right. Nah, bitch, it's mine. Nah.
Someone had to have said, hey, Zach, this scene doesn't need to be 10 minutes. He was like, I know, let's make it 13.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what forgot to correct the aspect ratio on one shot. So as far as I'm concerned, like
damn.
I'm just like,
damn, that is true. That is true.
It's like, you know what?
Yeah. So
but back to Strange.
I wanted to make mention, those of you that are just joining the show, Conceptual Elixirs, Minority Games, we are doing our monthly giveaway, so please make sure you enter the giveaway following the command that's right there up on the screen. Enter. We got a couple of really good prizes to give away for you, or at least
it's
to choose
exclamation
from.
Point ticket, and I guess the number
2 if you want to get 2 tickets. You can get up to 2 tickets.
Wolverine, if I was a betting man, I'd say no.
Is there a Wolverine cameo in Doctor Strange? If you're a Batman, you'd say no.
I would say no.
I would almost want to say yes.
I would love to say yes, but I would say no.
I would almost want to say yes.
Because as little comic book knowledge that I know about the Illuminati. He's not on the Illuminati.
He doesn't have to be. Like, they're going to be jumping across worlds, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just saying. Like, for me, yeah.
I'm just... that anything can happen. Same thing with No Way Home. Like, there's certain things in it that I wasn't sure about, but at the same time, I was just going into where it's like, okay, this is going to be the multiverse thing. Anything can happen. So with Doctor Strange, with it being like MCU proper, no in associated with Marvel partnership, cohesion, whatever. So with that, it's doubly so. So
right.
Could
literally anything can happen in this movie.
True. So in the spirit of that,
like on the fact that here's one, let's cram as many of them in as we can before something goes wrong.
Okay, so let's do something real fun to close out the topic. Throw a dart at the wall. What's the wildest speculation thing that cameo that you could see could happen in this movie?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise as Tony Stark?
Yeah, or what's his name? Stretch guy.
Jean Grey.
Awesome.
There we go.
Come on.
You said Dart.
Mr.
Fantastic.
Wait. Tom Cruise is Reed Richards? Is that what you're saying?
No, Tom Cruise is Tony Stark and or Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic being in this film, just period.
Because
not Tom Cruise as Mr. Fantastic.
No,
okay,
not Tom Cruise.
Okay, what about you,
John
GP?
Krasinski or whatever his name is.
I don't know. I just want enough stuff to confuse people that have been at this for 12 years and they're still complaining about stuff being confusing. I want more confusion. I want more people to be like.
So what would be the most confusing? Like, what if Lilandro was on the Illuminati?
I don't really care what they put on there. I laugh at people that are like, this is confusing. If this is what 26 movies in. If after being with a universe for 12 years and 26 movies, you're still confused by stuff that they do, you need to go study something.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand that. It's confusing. How is it confusing?
Right.
They're putting it up on screen. Digest the fact that anything can happen now.
I love that. Preem said Howard the Duck is an Iron Man variant, Iron Mallard. I love that. No, that's
Iron
good.
Mallard.
I like that. No, that's really good. I like that.
Pamela Anderson doesn't look good enough to be in anything anymore. Minority Games.
Minority Game says Pamela Anderson. Amarok and Fallen. What's the wildest speculation that you can do real quick before we get out?
For me, it's like I'm kind of stuck between two. Either there's going to be some type of reveal of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, or something to that effect.
Okay.
Or something nuts.
So basically, one of the Spider-Man will be in it, essentially, right? Okay.
Either that or something. My wildest thing is like an Evil Dead reference somehow. Like this is
Raimi we're talking about. Bruce Campbell might sneak his way in there.
I heard that Bruce Campbell's supposed to be in it.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's gonna sneak his way in there somehow, some way. Amarok, last one.
Honestly, just X-Men.
Anything X-Men besides Professor Xavier? So James Marsden is Cyclops.
Oh God.
Is he embraced?
I don't know.
I have no casting convictions at this point. I just want them to exist in this universe and either get the hell out or continue something that we can enjoy for a while. I just need it to happen because
here's mine. Here's mine before we break out. Real wild. Chris Evans as Human Torch and a Namor sighting. That's mine. Okay. All right, so let's talk.
Sidious wants What If Ultron.
What's that? What If Ultron?
Sidious wants What If Ultron.
That would be awesome, actually. That would be awesome. Oh, you know what? Uatu. That would be awesome as well. If we get
the Watcher.
Yeah, the Watcher.
That would make sense for
that
this.
would actually be pretty awesome.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that clip. Make sure you check out our live content on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Culture Junkies. We also have a lot of content available on YouTube, unboxings as well as Blu-ray reviews. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Culture Junkies. And on top of all of that, if you go to culturejunkies.net You can check out our merch store. The link is culturejunkies.net/merch. There's a lot of great merchandise there. So there's links and logos and stuff all around me. So check those out, and we will see you next time.